Hello and welcome to this week's Premier League predictions episode of News 9. The battle for points is getting intense in the standings as the Premier League is coming closer to its end. Clubs are now willing to bet everything they have either to get a European spot or to avoid relegation. In the previous match week, 60% of our predictions were spot on. Some of the results that we rightly anticipated were Leicester's triumph over Leeds United, Chelsea thrashing Burnley at Turf Moor, Brentford overhauling Norwich, Liverpool avenging the Hammers, City coming out on top in the Manchester Derby with the heroics of KDB and Riyad Mahrez, and the in-form Newcastle United beating Brighton at home. Hi, this is Hardik Agrawal and you are watching the News 9 special Premier League predictions. Moving forward to this week's predictions, the first clash this week is between Brighton and second place Liverpool at the Amex Stadium. The Reds booked their first loss against Inter Milan in the Champions League in their last 16 matches across all competitions. Klopp's men would be eyeing to bounce back against Potter's side who have lost their last 4 matches. It is between Brighton and second place Liverpool at the Amex Stadium. The Reds booked their first loss against Inter Milan in the Champions League in their last 16 matches across all competitions. Klopp's men would be eyeing to bounce back against Potter's side who have lost their last 4 matches. Burnley would travel to London to face Brentford FC. In the last match week, Thomas Frank's side shifted from a 4-3-3 formation to a 4-4-2 setup which allowed them to surpass Norwich at Carrow Road. This was the first win for the Bees in their last 10 matches. Pontus Jensen-led Brentford are likely to outstrip Burnley, who have conceded 6 goals in their last 2 matches and they are currently on the 18th place fighting relegation. The Bees are expected to come out on top in this one. Man United face Antonio Conte's Spurs at the Theatre of Dreams this weekend. Last week, the Red Devils faced an ignominious loss against their bitter rivals Man City. Jadon Sancho scored a stupendous goal for United against City, but the United defense couldn't show defiance against a well-drilled City attack. The home side has shown promise since the arrival of Rangnick, but the absence of Ronaldo and Cavani in their clash against the London club could be a problem for them. The lethal counter-attacking unit of Spurs would be a big threat on the break. United defense must be wary of the Spurs attacking unit. This fixture could plausibly end in a draw. First match on Sunday is between Chelsea and Newcastle. Both teams are in incredible form. The Blues have won 9 out of their last 10 matches, scoring at an average of 2 goals per match. On the other hand, Newcastle United have not lost a single match in this new year after the January transfer window. Chris Wood and Bruno Guimaraes got their first goal for the Magpies in their clash against Southampton in the midweek clash. Eddie Howe's men would have a tough time in breaking the compact defense structure of Blues, who are just conceding 0.7 goals per match. In this clash, Thomas Tuchel's men are expected to thrive. Frank Lampard's Everton are in a harrowing situation. They have lost 4 of their last 5 EPL matches. The urgency of the situation suggests that the Toffees would be desperate for a win against Wolves. Bruno Lage's men are not so good defensively away from home, and they could succumb to Everton's front line of Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin. The struggling Leeds United host Norwich at Allen Road. Both sides are hungry for points and both the clubs have lost their last 5 matches. The Whites, who are now being managed by Jesse Marsch, are likely to beat Dean Smith Norwich City, who have conceded at a rate of 2.6 goals per match this season. Southampton have lost their last 2 games against Villa and Newcastle respectively after pulling off an unbeaten streak of 7 matches. The Saints should bag all 3 points against Watford, who didn't take a single shot in their 0-4 humiliating loss against Wolves in the midweek. Birmingham-based club Aston Villa travelled to London to face West Ham in the London Community Stadium. The top 4 aspirations of the Hammers are under serious scrutiny. They have just gathered 5 points in their last 4 matches, averaging just 1.25 points per match. Conversely, Gerrard's Aston Villa have gained back impetus after winning 2 back-to-back matches in style. Villains have scored 9 goals in their last 3 matches and their new signing, Philippe Coutinho, has revived his form under Gerrard. This could be a tightly contested fixture in London and both teams could share a point at the end of 90 minutes. The last match of Sunday, the Gunners host Leicester at the Emirates Stadium. Mikel Arteta's men have now won their last 4 Premier League matches. They should be able to beat the Foxes, who have just 5 clean sheets this season. The striking force of Saka, Lacazette, Martinelli and Odegaard could be a real menace for the defensive line of Rodgers' side. In the Monday night football clash, Pep Guardiola's Man City lock horn with Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. The citizens are in smashing form. They have scored 68 goals this season so far. The superb attacking unit of City would be aiming to take revenge against the Eagles, who defeated them at the Etihad in the reverse fixture. That's it from this week's episode. We will be back next week with more updates and predictions from the English Premier League. Until then, enjoy the beautiful game of football, and if you like this piece of information, then don't forget to press the like and share button. Also, drop your predictions in the comment section and please let us know who do you think will end up in top 4 and the club that will win the league this year. Thank you.